Namaste, Jai Bharat. Before 1905, East Bengal was a part of Pakistan, was a part of Bharat. In 1905, Bengal was divided into Hindu Bengal, West Bengal, and Muslim Bengal, East Bengal, West and North Bengal, Hindu Bengal. That's in 1905. But they continued to be a part of Bharat. They were not separate. They became separate only in 1947 as East Pakistan, erasing the name of Bengali. And they continued till 1971. And then they supposed to have regained Bangladesh. And Bangladesh, of course, had been very smooth with Bharat. And with the ousting of Sheikh Hasina and with the installation of this man, that Nobel Prize winner, just skipped his name now from my mind. This Nobel Prize winner for cooperative, small banking, etc. Till that time it was alright, but with this time, Muhammad Yunus, yes, Muhammad Yunus. With this time, right from Muhammad Yunus' beginning, Bangladeshi radicals got a hold. He had let loose all the Jamaat-e-Islami, radical Muslims, radicals who were imprisoned by Sheikh Hasina's regime, and they started robbing freely and started killing Hindus. Burning Hindus, burning Hindu property, destroying temples, killing Hindus went on. It went on for all these days. Then comes the elections. Then comes BNC. Of course, in elections, you cannot call that election as a proper election because Sheikh Hasina's party was not allowed to take part in election, and Jamaat-e-Islami wanted to contest. They could not be in majority, otherwise they would have become, of course, in power and claiming legitimacy of democracy. But then there was no democracy in any case because Sheikh Hasina's party was not allowed to participate in the elections. Then, of course, this man comes, present Prime Minister. And in the meantime, in West Bengal, which was ruled by Mamta, who just behaved in the interest of this Bangladeshi Muslims and Rohingyas. That, of course, primarily she did because she was running a kind of parallel government with the help of the radical immigrants from Bangladesh and Rohingyans who were doing many things through which she was amassing money. Not just she, her entire party people, not just senior people, anybody in her party. They were swindling money. They were even collecting taxes right sitting on the road. Road tax, road, tolls, not official, simply collecting. You're going to this place, you give this much of money. That was a kind of anarchic regime under Mamta Banerjee. Banerjee is supposed to be Bandapathyay, but she doesn't behave like any kind of Bandapathyay. Anyway, that's besides the point. Not really besides the point, that's the point, but I'm not dealing with it now. All this thing happened, then election takes place. Mamta is ousted, and Subhendu Adhikari comes in the power belonging to BJP. That's a nationalistic party. BJP is a nationalist party for the nation. Nation first is the policy, and the BJP workers will function with nation first policy. This policy doesn't suit Mamata group. They refused to leave the chair. So much of drama was made. Eventually she had to go, and Subhendu's government took oath. This had disturbed Bangladeshis. The radical Bangladeshis in Dhaka, are they not the same people who just ran away from West Bengal, finding that Hindus are coming to rule? Of course, BJPs are Hindu in majority. And a fact of the matter is that Bengal had awakened from their slumber, the Muslim subjugative slumber, after thousands of years, 1,000 years plus, not thousands, after 1,000 plus years, into the Hindu action. That Bengal, which is the Bengal of Subhash Bose, Banki Chandra, Sharad Chandra, Sri Aurobindo, Ramakrishna, Vivekananda, it's that Bengal, and also Tagore, of course. That Bengal who stood for Bharat. That Bengal who stood for Hindu Dharma, who produced such great saints. One Aurobindo is sufficient to reclaim Bharat. One Aurobindo is sufficient to reclaim Bharat, to make a Hindu resurgence in modern times. He was not that kind of a liberal as Tagore used to be. That Bengal surfaces again. And many Rohingyans and Bangladeshis who were comfortably living illegally in Bharat, many of them returned. They went to Dhaka and they takes out the procession. Out there on the streets of Dhaka, they were shouting that, bring back Mamata Banerjee or we will break India, asking Mamata to declare West Bengal independent of Bharat. They are fools, so they will only use their foolish native brains. And they are telling, we will break Bharat into many. They must have heard something similar in JNU campus. Bharat tere tukde honge, inshallah, inshallah. Same thing in Dhaka. Bharat tukda karenge, what was he speaking in Bangla? Bharat tukde hobe, inshallah, inshallah. Or tukde koribo, something like that. Well, I speak Bangla, can. But then they forget one thing. That's one thing I wanted to just speak of and wind up. Do you think you can't break Bharat? Because Bharat is still Hindu majority. And once it is Hindu majority, you can't break us. We don't quarrel and ask for separate places. No separatism, in spite of the anti-Hindu influence from the leftists and liberando and all those things. In spite of all those things, Bharat coexists. And the radicals shouting at Dhaka, do you think that it's the same radicals in Bharat? No, we are Hindus. Don't forget the fact that we are Hindus. We are not going to separate ourselves from one another. Mark it. We are not going to separate ourselves from one another in the name of this or that. So long as we are Hindus, we remain one. So long as Bharat is Hindu majority, we will remain united and one. Because the unity comes from our Rig Veda, not from anywhere else. It is the last sukta of the Rig Veda, 10th mandala of the Rig Veda, which teaches us to coexist. Because the Rig Vedic sukta presents us with the epistemology of coexistence of the multiple and plural. So we do coexist. So long as we are Hindus, हम टुकड़े नहीं होंगे, टुकड़े हो गए ना. Bharat will not break into parts, and the radical Muslim can't understand it. It's much beyond their small brain's comprehension. So they will keep shouting, they will keep saying that we'll break you, we'll break you. We will break your legs, if not head, if you do like that. So this is the pathos with Bangladeshi radicals. We shall meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Shri Ram.